In this case, this is one where she has a 200-foot antenna that helps her pick up the radio signals so that she can be found, heard, and know what's going on as she's traveling. What happened, though, on this story, Susan, is that she was getting in the plane and her knee accidentally hits a switch that actually has a motor on, and she didn't realize that the motor was still on. It was already reeled up, and it was on, so the motor is actually trying to continue. At that point, she says in here, because she was thinking of other things, she's in the air, and she says, "I caught a whiff of something burning. Quickly the odor became stronger, the acid odor of burning insulation. My brain raced. The motor on a high-frequency radio. I had forgotten to turn it off in time. My hand found the switch and turned the motor off and began grinding away, trying to pull the wire that was already taut. That motor, that burning antenna motor, was just inches from the big tank."
A big aluminum tank.
Filled
And
with?
With gasoline and high volatile fumes.
So she's in a very bad spot at this point. In fact, she talks about it as she actually came into a point of panic.
And then she realized panic is not going to do it. She prayed. She knew she was supposed to make this trip. She knew she was supposed to succeed in this. So she just prayed to God, "I need your help," and turned off the switch and relaxed, and finally the odor of burning insulation went away.
She actually, in that moment of panic, which all of us have from time to time, something will happen and it triggers a response that we really can't control immediately, but we get a great lesson from her on this. She did several things. You talked about what was significant to her. She prayed. She prayed, and she has that in here, that she prayed. She actually recited the 23rd Psalm repeatedly, wondering, and she reasoned with her mind instead of the emotion. What could I do? Because at first she thought, well, maybe it's going to burn in flames. Maybe I should land it in the sand. Well, that's going to crash.
And she knew that if it was going to blow up, it wouldn't wait till she was on the ground.
So what she ended up doing in this case was she calmed herself in a panic situation through some self-talk and then prayer, reciting the 23rd Psalm.
And remembering the book, God is My Co-Pilot. Well, certainly God was her co-pilot.
Yes.
She put herself in his hands.
Because at that point, there was nothing else she could have done.
That's right.
So she rested on that fact.
Yes.
Big lesson.
Very big.